very disappointed in the start, and I don't think that we played like that in a while. Obviously, a lot of that's attributed to Temple, but we just didn't seem in sync from the get-go. Obviously, getting down 24-4 doesn't help. Did dig ourselves out of a hole, which was good to see. We did fight back, and then too many breakdowns on things that we have not done in a long time. So that was really disappointing for the way we played in front of our crowd. I thought we had a great crowd. Apologetic for the way that the performance that we put on, but you can't do that against a good team, and they're a very good team, too good to do that against like we did tonight. Everything was a breakdown. I mean, we didn't tag like we were supposed to. I mean, we did things tonight that we hadn't done in a while, even in practice. And I don't know, going back through it, we'll have to see some things, but you've got talented players. I mean, Alston is a very good player, and he can make shots off the bounce. And once you see the ball go through the basket, it seems contagious. Just like us, we've had a lot of open shots that we didn't make, and sometimes that becomes a little bit of a pattern. Well, I think we were a little frustrated, but we were able to get back to you're down one with 4 possessions to get the lead, and we got rushed as opposed to executing. We played a little bit faster than we should have, and that's part of learning how to win. Home, away, you've got to be turned up everywhere. We're not good enough talent-wise to just line up and play, and trying to explain that is not as simple as you think. I mean, we've got to be turned up to the full throttle to be able to compete, and if we're not, we're going to get beat. And even if we are turned up full throttle, we might get beat. But if you don't give yourself the best chance to be turned up, we are not going to win. And effort should be a constant. It shouldn't be something that you're congratulated for or praised for. You should always try hard, and we've got to figure that out. And now, if we're not smart enough to figure out what happened last year in the first half there, then we're not very alert. And they should be very on high alert after what happened in the first half at Houston last year. And you can't fault guys for being aggressive. Let's get the lead. But sometimes you need to be a little bit more poised. Some of the guys that are out there haven't played a lot of minutes. Some of the guys that you would hope be a little bit more poised. You get a little amped up. Those are the times you need to be smarter and execute better. And that's all part of the process of learning how to win. Is don't do what's easy, do the right thing. I think, like you said, seeing the ball go in the basket raises everybody's energy level. I don't care who you are or where you are, it does. And I think the last game we went back, of the 41 threes on the road trip, we were 9 for 41, and we went back and charged. I think we had 35 wide open shots. And at some point, you got to have some confidence to jump up and shoot it and make it. The speed of the game is a little bit different in practice, but the percentages we talk about, the percentages don't lie over the course of time. Game to game they can vary, but not over the course of time. It's an entirely different dynamic for him this year because now he's getting people as better defenders, and that's a different dynamic. And I think the other thing is, stats are different when, like for example, when we do stats and we look at things, when after a certain point, whether you're up or down, those points don't matter. If you're down 20 and you get 10 and the game's over, to me they don't matter. Those are false stats. And the same thing when you're up, and guys, that's and now when the bullets are real, that's when guys that need to step up. It's a little bit different now. And I think with him getting better, longer defenders, got to figure out some things of how to get himself free, and we'll continue to help with that. And we got to do some stuff to get him free. And in all honesty, and we all have to jump up and make some shots too. And we'll continue to work with him.
We didn't come out to play at all today. And it took us to really, just come together, rally our guys up. We went to halftime, we went in the locker room, tried to go over everything that we were doing wrong. And, we went out second half, came out pretty hard.
I played awful. I got to play better than that. I got to understand when to take the right shots, and got to trust my teammates. And I settled down the second half, and teammates started finding me the ball, and I started hitting shots, and I made key free throws down the stretch, and we just all have to play together and play good and get back in defense. It was just a bad loss today.
I think just their poise, they got a lot of older guys, older guards. So, we'll get there. I have no doubt that we'll get there. And I see us growing, but, we just have to, mature a little bit. I think that's what they have that we don't.
He said you guys figured it out, and we talked, and we came together as a unit and made a decision. Do we want to play, or we just want to get rolled up? And we decided to fight, and you saw the run we made. Yeah, you can, because there's stretches during the game you just see the difference in experience levels, and they're very experienced older team, good coach, and we just have to learn. We just still learning. Still trying to learn how to win because we're young, but can't keep using that excuse every time. Just gotta learn how to win.